Hi, Michael Elliott for Between Two Mammoths, out here on a windy Val Quad in February with Wes Dripps, Director of Sustainability. Wes, a graduate of the proud class of 1992.
Go 92.
Go 92. We'll talk more about that. Wes, tell me about the Climate Action Plan. What is it? What is it going to mean for Amherst?
Well, I'll start by saying, first of all, the climate's changing. The impacts are really real and tangible. The fact that you and I are sitting out here in mid-February with little to no coats on, I think kind of says something. I've been really excited that I think Amherst has decided to be very proactive in both acknowledging climate change and then I think taking really concrete actions to reducing our footprint and really minimizing our impact. I think a lot of people are kind of talking the talk, and I think we as Amherst have stepped up to really walk the walk. Back in 2019, we approved a climate action plan that really lays out a path for us to decarbonize the campus by 2030. That has multiple pieces, and in some ways we've already hit some of those milestones. So in 2018, we partnered with 4 other New England institutions to procure solar generated electricity. We invested with them in a large solar farm up in Farmington, Maine. And I'm excited to say that that solar farm, one of the largest in New England, went online this past fall. So we've already are kind of reaping the benefits of that initial kind of piece around our purchased electricity. The exciting news coming up is in the next month or so, we'll begin to tackle kind of the campus focus piece, which is that modernization of our heating and cooling system.
Can you walk me more through the transition away from fossil fuels on the campus?
Our current system is predicated on steam, and it takes a lot of energy to generate steam. And so that has kind of had previously locked us into using fossil fuels to burn, to generate that steam. The exciting thing in the transition, by transitioning to this new low temperature hot water system, which is, I mentioned, a much more highly efficient kind of piping system, and then integrating that with a geothermal system, it's going to allow us to then transition to use renewable electricity to actually drive that system.
So we're not only walking the walk, we're actually going to be digging into the ground to dig geothermal wells and then to replace a lot of the infrastructure on campus.
So this summer, phase 1, you're going to see a bunch of activity on the east side of campus. King and Whelan, the Science Center, the Greenway, James and Stearns are in that first phase where we're going to be basically connecting them all up with this low temperature hot water.
What am I going to notice, and how much is this going to disrupt things for me?
As you might imagine, to put piping in the ground, we're going to have to dig some trenches, so there will be a little bit of like direction and circumvention around, particularly that eastern part of campus. Our goal is to minimize the disruption. There will be disruption, but the bulk of that's going to happen during the summers, and there'll be other stuff that will be kind of ongoing. But each summer over the next 7 years, you'll probably see us tackling different interconnectivity between the buildings.
So some short-term pain for some long-term gain.
100%.
Well, it's great to be at a transformational moment for the college. Great to have you helping to lead the charge.
It's been great to be back. I won't lie in terms of it's been fun to be an alum coming back to the campus in this new role and, you know, walking the campus as you and I do now every day.
I'll ask you a question people ask me all the time. What surprised you about coming back?
I feel like it's almost like a time warp. You could stick me out on the first year quad. In some ways, it doesn't look any different. But then you walk around and I get to know the student base and others to see just how much it has evolved and diversified. And the new Benesky and the Science Center and the other components are just an amazing asset.
Well, we're lucky to have you back. I'm thrilled to be here with you.
Yeah, well, I'm excited we're doing this together. Yeah. We started our journey together.
Yeah, and here it goes. Process. Next chapter is coming.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Wes, for being here with me in Between Two Mammoths.
All right, well, I appreciate having us on, and I'm excited about this upcoming project.